Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we're going to be taking a look at what only 3 people so far in the world in terms of Brawl Stars especially have actually achieved. So it's going to be me, Tom and SpenLC, of course, winning the World Championship a year ago. So it's literally a year ago, a couple of days ago, like this time, a couple of days ago, a year ago, if you get what I mean. You know what I mean, I'm just completely over-explaining that. But yeah, with the World Championship actually coming around a corner, a few days' time, now, I thought it was perfect time to, look back. I've never actually gone into depth on a video like this, just going about my thoughts on what happened. I've shown the best moments video, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen. It's got over like 100k views at the moment. One of my favorite videos to create and one of my first videos. So, really epic moment in my life. And I just wanted to re-show, give my thoughts. The meta's changed, a lot has changed, roster changes. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stick around until the end. So for the first game of the final against Animal Shampoo, consisted of Milcreo, Hagego and Punkot. So a really good team, a team that was pretty much underestimated at the beginning, but after scrimming against them a few times, I knew that these guys were so good at the game. So the bans for this were Piper and Daryl, and you can see a cute angle, a game that map hasn't been in the game for a very long time now. And if you're looking at this now, and say if you're a new player to the game, you're probably going to be a little bit confused because gadgets weren't even in the game at the moment. You can see they're actually going Gene lane as well. Like, this is just, it's just completely and utterly insane to kind of look at. So we've gone for Gene in the middle. They've gone for the Penny. Penny wasn't really a pick that was used a lot. So I remember looking back at things, we thought Gene was a really good mid, but they got their Penny turret like straight away. And if you're allowing a Penny to get turret for that quick and you haven't got any type of wall break, it's going to be really hard to actually gain control. They've got the Gene as well. Gene's always been a good counter to Rosa and whatnot. Gene lane, you'd never see Gene lane in competitive at the moment. Just to give some kind of backstory about things, for these finals, we wasn't really considered favourites at all. The favourites were the likes of PSG. They were probably going to be the favourites coming into this. And, we obviously not actually qualifying for this World Championship and luckily getting through. We were big underdogs in this. So, Gene, I'm going to get a good hook on the Penny. But, their gems are actually distributed between the non-gem carries for this instance, the Gene and the Cole. You can tell in this gameplay as well, like this time, there weren't really a lot of good players in the game. Competitive just was nowhere near as how competitive it is now. It's so much more competitive nowadays. You can just tell by the movement, the use of gadgets just makes the game a lot faster. And we just got completely wrecked in this game. With the nerves were really high in this first one. We weren't really too sure what it would go because they're from a different region, and they're going to pick up the first game of that set. Let's hop into the next one. All right, so going into the next game, we decided to opt for the Brock instead of the Rosa. I remember speaking in between the games, we thought Brock would be a good counter to Penny. And as I said, the meta on this was like completely different. Piper was always the main one, but we banned Piper because of how strong, I think it was Hagega was on the Piper. I was a pretty good Piper at the time, but, he was just such an amazing Piper. Probably a better Piper than me. And, it would have been really hard to compete with a dominant Piper on this map. So, yeah, we went with a Brock, 4th Rocket. That's even funnier to see. 4th Rocket, I think, just came out around the time. And it was a really good star power and made Brock quite viable. So Tom with some really nice jukes there. Tom's always been a good Brock, and he's just showing it in his gameplay how good he was. A really nice super to open up the walls there. I remember just saying, to try and get some sort of value, you just need to break open the walls, because even if you don't get the turret, you can just take it down if the walls are broken. So SpenLC in the time was literally the best Carl in the world, I would say. His Carl and Bull gameplay was absolutely amazing. Carl was one of the strongest brawlers in the meta, and as was Gene. So I'm going to get a really clutch pull there. SpenLC with the spin there. I remember panicking like crazy then, just pulled the Carl for whatever reason. For some reason I thought he was further away than he actually was. No idea there. So completely wasted pull. I'm really low here. So again, we're in a really dominant position. They've got all the gems. So it's kind of down to me to try and make a clutch play with a Gene pull. They've got Gene pull down this left-hand lane, but Brock is kind of struggling. Gene can just chip the Brock down at a distance. So you can see that Penny turret just going ham onto us. You can see SpenLC with the one-on-one interaction with Hagego. You can see he's winning it again. So as I said, it's just, back in them times like a year ago, there was just near enough no one that could honestly compete with SpenLC in the car 1v1. He was just so good at knowing the individual interactions. And, it's really important because obviously if you're losing your lane, it's going to be really hard to get it back. So remember with Tom calling it out, just to stick by me, I've got Gene pull, just constantly stay by me. He's got 4 rockets, so, he can just spam that auto aim button. Now we've established some control. So really good comeback from us, losing the first game. where all the nerves are at stakes. You know, it's really tough to kind of come back and try and recompose yourself. So it's good composure from us. We've got all the control here. You know, I'm keeping pressure in mid. I don't want to fall back too early because obviously with gem grab, you don't want to fall back into your spawn straight away. So that's going to be the next set win for us. Let's hop into the next one. All right, so going into the last game of this set then. So currently it's 1-1 in this set. And I think it's just a best of 3. So, you know, everyone's this is one set up. So it's all, you know, in competitive, it still is the same. Now, you know, if you get that first set, it can be really important because just see how crazy and messy it is at the beginning. You know, as I said, competitive's changed a lot, and what the level of players, you know, what they're at this point, you know, I would say I'm probably like a 5 times better player than what I was back then. And you're probably not thinking, well, you know, you won the Worlds last year and you didn't even compete, like you didn't even qualify this time around. But like, trust me, the amount of like level of competition in comparison to last year, you know, it's just gone up tenfold. And you know, we had a really bad start to the year. If you guys didn't know, you know, Cerulean was obviously on our world winning roster. Things just didn't work out. We kind of switched things out, you know, with Semantic. Semantic, we've always known to be a really good player. It's the only thing that was not on his side was experience, but you know, that was kind of hard with the teammates he used to play with. So, you know, after the second month, it's always hard to come back in that sense. You know, players went to Poland as well. You accumulated way more points when you played in Poland. So already we were just such underdogs, and just to even be where we was at with the final month, you know, I would say it was an incredible achievement. So, you know, it's going to be pretty nice to watch from the sidelines. But talking about the gameplay here, it's just absolutely insane at the moment. Like, the gems have just gone absolutely everywhere. Cerulean's actually picked up the gems. And again, I'm going to tell him, Cerulean, you know, to stick by me. I've got pull. They're really, like, keen on that Penny pick. I mean, it's not that bad of a pick, to be honest. You know, Penny, as I said, wasn't really good in the meta at all. Especially with the likes of, like, Piper mid, G mid. You know, Penny just wasn't good. You know, that turret can just get taken down so easily. I'm going to walk up and try and get them gems there. You know, as I said, I haven't got like a gadget or anything like that to knock back the Carl if he's spinning. So that's why Carl was so overpowered in this meta. There was no, like, the other really mechanic to get rid of his pull was like a Taurus super or like a Gene pull or something like that. It was the only way you're going to stop it, or like something else that cancelled it in that aspect. But like, them brawlers weren't really meta. But you can see 5 seconds left here. Absolute chaos. We actually pull each other there. Luckily, Tom's able to stay alive. Cerulean with a really bold play there to spin on the Penny. I think that was really a really good play. You know, in the moment, I thought it was a bit chaotic and he probably shouldn't have gone in there. But, you know, looking back at it, it's a really good play. Here you'll see probably the most crazy play, like, in a very long time. The 1 HP pull to secure the gems. Like, that was insane. I remember the commentators just going absolutely crazy with that pull. So we win the first set. Let's hop into the next one. Right, so hopping into the next set, which is Brawl course, I think it was said. The bans were Poco and Spike. So Poco was really, really dominant in the meta in that current time. You know, Poco double tank was insane in the meta. So I think they banned Spike in case we didn't ban Poco. But you can see the comps here. You got Daryl, Tara, and Rosa. You got Rosa, Daryl, and Ems for their sake. So Ems obviously really good against tanks. You can see like how old their gameplay is. Look how weird them Daryl skins are. Daryl in the meta here as well was just absolutely insane. Obviously the first set Daryl was banned just because of how strong he is, but Daryl in Brawl in this meta was just literally incredible. He was the best brawler in the game. I thought, you know, the old Daryl, you know, when you used to roll, you used to have to shield. You know, it's kind of weird to see these kind of interactions take part when Brawl Stars has changed so much. You know, after roll, I think you kept it for like 2-3 seconds, which, you know, to me, I wish that Daryl was the same, but, you know, with the way to change the game, Daryl really isn't in a bad place at the moment. You can see Cerulean walking it in there, so really nice play from Cerulean to get that in. And what you'll notice about these games, you know, Tom and Cerulean, when Nova picked them up, well, picked them alongside me, they literally had like 0 tournament experience. So, you know, this was like a really new form team. To be honest, I didn't have the most tournament experience. You know, I played in the LAN. You know, well, I played in a lot of tournaments, but not to this like respect. You know, it's all really new to us. We were kind of a fresh team. A lot of people, as I said, just kind of like writ us off completely. But, you know, in the moment, I felt like our team chem was just like so superior. You know, we didn't even have to communicate stuff like this. So Cerulean just passed it off. You know, something we just knew. We didn't even have to communicate. He just passed it across. I rolled in. I scored. So that's gonna be 1-0 in that set. Let's hop into the next game. All right, guys. So for the next game in the set, they have switched up the comps. They've gone for a Shelly to maybe counter the Rosa and the Daryl. You know, Shelly still back then wasn't really good at all. You know, Shelly, you know, even as a tank counter, just isn't the best. They've got a Sandy as well. Sandy was really good in this meta. You know, a lot of times we tend to like ban Sandy. You know, we've never liked Sandy. playing Sandy, just, you know, being against Sandy. You know, we always tended to ban Sandy in competitive, but as you can see, we're still doing a pretty good job. It's going to be down to Tom a lot of the time, you know, to make really good plays with his Tara Super. You can see the roles, you know, me as Daryl, you know, normally I was the player that played like the support, you know, but in our comp, you know, it's just such a weird comp when you think about it. Normally in your comp, you need to have like a mid, at least in Brawl. In Brawl Ball, you know, there's no type of mid in our comp. You know, you got 2 tanks and a Tara, like they're like 3 lane brawlers. But then again, this map is a bit messy. Tom with a Tara Super there, just everyone rolling onto each other like crazy. That healing shadow, when that first came out for Tara, was just insanely overpowered. And now you can see both of us going onto the ball there. I think we actually don't score this. I think it's really close. That's slow. Obviously, I think that actually cost us the game. So we're going to go in here. Does he actually manage to get it in? I think he actually supered the ball against the wall there, and we still managed to score. So, I mean, pretty good play from Australian. I don't think he would score there. But now Tom was super again. So Tara was a really good counter to Daryl, you know, because, you know, when he rolls in, he's got that shield. Shield's just really good counter because you can just pull him, keep him away for a little bit. But you see here, that means Cerulean with the really good team chemistry. He's going to go down there, but, you know, he's against a Shelly. He's just going to get absolutely destroyed. Rosa stands near enough no chance against a Shelly. She can just farm a super off constantly. So Hagego passes me the ball here. I super in. You know, he cancels my super a little bit. Tom with a really nice Tara super, and just like that, we're able to score again. So just chemistry like that again. I didn't really have to speak about it. Tom knowing what was up. He was about to double. Suck them, and I just slotted it in. So that was really good team chemistry again. 2-0 up in sets. Let's hop into the next set. So going into the third set, the map is going to be Pit Stop. You know, that's still a map in the game. I think Lex actually created that. So a really good competitive map created by none other than Lex. That is pretty epic to see. But the bans were Ems and BB. They're both really insane on the highest meta in the time. You can see us with the Rico, the 8-bit, and the Bull Pick, and then for them the Bull, Rico, and Barley. So, you know, remember in scrims, we actually practiced this map a lot. And, you know, a lot of times people really tried to counter our comp. You know, this is a comp that we created and was just absolutely insane. Because, you know, the main point of it was, you know, to get the ball to just break down the middle. And then you've got a Rico and 8-bit just to absolutely slice through this safe. You know, it's absolutely insane. You know, if you're looking at the meta currently, you know, if our comp was to face their comp, you know, not a lot has changed in terms of, like, how viable these brawlers are in the meta. It's just Barley would win, you know, 7 days a week. It would be so easy for Barley to win. But, you know, in scrims, we would face a lot of Barley, and people just could never really seem to win against us. You know, a lot of times we just kind of ignored the Barley, and all we needed was one really strong push, and people just didn't know how to defend against it. Because you can see here, Tom's got his turret super here slowly going up. You know, 8-bit has a lot of damage. He's going to throw his turret out there so Cerulean can get some extra damage. You know, Rico's really good on defense, so a lot of times they'll just leave me on defense. Same with 8-bit. You know, Cerulean's main job is just to go ham on that safe. So you can see him with Berserker. Berserker was an insane star power. Cerulean, as I said, he was the best ball in the world, I'd say, at this point in time. You know, his ball play was just insane. You know, Rico, I was regarded as one of the best Ricos in the world at the moment. You know, I was using a mobile phone at this point, and you know, iPad was so much better than phone. So a lot of the times, you know, I will admit with Rico, you know, was a lot of auto-aim spams in these crucial moments. You know, when you're facing off against a tank, a lot of it be auto-aim spam and, you know, clicking that super really quick. We can see we're actually down in damage a lot, but, you know, there was no worries at all here. We had an 8-bit turret. We had a Rico, you know, just melting the safe. You can see how quick that safe just went down. It just went down like 30% within 2 seconds. You know, absolutely insane. And we're able to near enough finish off the game there. It's really intense here. Remember me going really fast. And they would both say, just come back, just wait. And we're waiting for them to appear. You know, just me being alive is enough presence alone. Just running it up. I've got my super, and I barely just clipped the safe there. Really clutch moment there. I remember just going insane there. That was a moment where I thought we were going to win it. Let's hop into the next game. All right, so going into the next game of the set. Currently 1-0 up and on championship point. You know, I remember this game. I was so confident. After we won this second set in Brawl, you know, I just had zero disbelief in myself. You know, I knew all along, you know, it sounds a bit cocky, but I knew all along that we're going to win this. You know, I was so determined to win this. You know, I wanted this more than literally anyone in the world. You know, I was so determined to win something like this. You know, we got kind of lucky in the way we got to world finals, and, you know, I was going to make good use of it. You know, we had really good team synergy, and with the comp specifically, we knew that nothing could really beat it. You know, we knew how to play it perfectly. We just played it so much. It's like Clash Royale in the sense, if you guys ever play Clash Royale, like you play a certain like deck in Clash Royale, but in this choice it's like comp. he's so used to playing it, so even when an enemy uses a counter, you know how to beat it, and we're just so confident in that sense. You can see me near enough getting a triple kill there, which was pretty insane with the Rico speed. Yeah, Rico speed used to be so good back when that first came out as well. Certainly going to be going in. You can just see how good he is at juking, just staying alive for that extra moments. He actually switched our power, which was surprising. I can't remember why he actually switched it. I think it might have been just to stay alive for a little bit longer so we could get more damage, but you see Tom's doing a really good job. You know, this whole time, poor Tom's just been getting absolutely abused. And, and to be honest, we didn't really think of it like that. We just thought, you know, even if Tom's going to get wrecked for most of the game, you know, his utility with that turret and defending is going to be really, really good. If we get that turret in a good position like we did the last game, we're going to be winning. So they've got some decent damage again. You know, Cerulean's just, I mean, I'll work my way down that safe. I think I actually took down like 20%. There, it didn't actually show it on the camera, but you know, I was doing some work on that safe. Cerulean again going up. 45 seconds left. All we have to do is keep attacking, and you know, they're going to spend most of the time defending. So bull charge, you know, that was really suspect there from the bull. We're just able to take them down straight away. Super, you know, a lot of the times people just use Rico Super to get some damage. Again, probably go down a bit too prematurely. Yeah, like, there's so much adrenaline rushing through me at this point in time. You know, there's a lot of panic. You know, I could hear the crowd screaming. I could hear the commentators shouting. You know, I could hear literally everything going around me. But, you know, 12% left. All we had to do is go up. There's just no way they're going to be able to defend it. So, yeah, Cerulean on the safe. And he's able to finish it off. So, you know, this moment right here was just absolutely insane. You know, you can see me just thrilled, you know. We actually won 3-0. So, it weren't like... we were like, you know, it wasn't like a clutch situation where, you know, we won 3-2 last game. You know, I would have gone absolutely crazy. But, you know, we won 3-0. No disrespect to Animal Champeroo, but we just absolutely destroyed them on the day. And, you know, after winning it, you know, it's more like what we won. Like, we kind of knew like we won the whole time. And it was just an amazing feeling. And, you know, I wanted to show you guys because I've not really spoke about this time. You know, it was like a year ago. You know, this moment, probably one of the best in my life. Probably will be the best unless I win it again sometime. But yeah, I'm just thought this would be a really fun video for you guys to watch because, you know, you guys watch me all the time. Thank you for the support. You know, constantly we're reaching nearly 70k, you know, on the way to 100k. So I really appreciate your support. And this was my roots. You know, this is where the kind of fame like began. You know, all is free, winning the world championship. You know, something like that's going to boost you in terms of you know, social media on YouTube. You know, just in terms of experience. You know, it's really changed my life like completely. So I just wanted to show you guys, you know, that, you know, I'm just so grateful for this year, and you guys should definitely check out the World Championship. You know, even if we're not in it, you know, just give all the teams support. You know, I'll be supporting Tribe, you know, support Tribe Red, I think they're called. Yeah, it's Tribe NA, but they're called Tribe Red. Give them all your support, guys, because it's just going to be absolutely epic. Even with delay, you know, it's unfortunate circumstances, but give them all your support. That's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you really enjoyed this well, as winning the championship. You know, I probably spoke about it enough times, but one last time, you know, it was a year ago. I felt like it was a good time to do it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you all next time.